once a song track. We were born to breach, to fall, to haul. We live and die inside the wall. Inside the wall.
I taste the blood, I taste the pain. It's all the same color anyway. My hands still shake like thunder. Guess I found another way to pray. You were my blade, my hand, my twin. We danced on glass just to feel skin. Now I'm the brush, you're the scar. I make a mess just to see how far. They said calm down, I said I'm fine. They never saw the red outline. Splatter across my canvas, across my scars. You took the heart, I kept control. Splatter in every screaming that makes me whole. I bleed to stay beautiful. Four weeks gone in the crimson maze. I came home fucking sideways. Anger ablaze. They drank to peace. I drank to you. 'Cause rage is the only color true. Yeah, I'm painted with the pieces dripping from my knees. Every masterpiece
too far. The ink remembers who we are. The wall don't sleep, it just forgets. And I ain't home, not yet. Not yet.
Steam curls from the cup again. Lavender and iron in my veins. The Titan's rampart hums low, it knows my name, and the blade just laughs in its chains. I pull till my hands forget their mind. Every dawn, same bloodline. The guild walks past, they wanna see the art in the ache that's killing me. Pain on my knuckles, rust on my knees. The steel won't move, but it seems. Tear into my spit, the words won't move. I drink my lavender, taste the right. Same damn morning, same damn fight. The siege blade sings, but it won't yield. I'm the canvas, I'm the field. Last light shouted 8 sojourns gone, still here I stand. Ink on my arms, callous on my hands. They say it's cursed, I say it's art. Every try just sparks my heart. I paint with rage, I paint with steel. Every failure plants a seed. Don't tell me wait, don't tell me heal. I'll burn this ground till it bleeds. I drink my lavender, yeah, taste the right. Same damn morning, same damn fight. The siege blade hums beneath my skin. Pull me under, pull me Next sojourn we'll fight again. The coffee's now cold. The blade still
It is dark as they are approaching the camp. It's not good. There's a lot of people crying. Bestials from, it looks to be the same clan, as they're approaching the Titan's rampart gate to get back into the Sally port after being gone for, almost 2 weeks. It's been a while. It's not been an easy one. as they get closer to the light of everybody camping and light up torches around to see them walking in, worried about what's going on. Hey everybody, welcome to Co-op Dark. We're going to try to survive again. We did a ton last time. Yule and Sofix had went on her mission of vengeance to hunt down the person who hurt her brother. And by hurt, I mean killed. And they made it out. They found the person who did it, but of course, they pulled the thread and more unraveled. It's not just one group, it is a large group of people involved. They don't know who's behind it. They don't know why. But they do need to rest back in Everpeak. Otherwise, they're going to be exhausted. But now, the sounds of people speaking Thanian, arguing to each other. Over 100 people are crammed through the narrow alleyway, underground road coming up to the Titan's Rampart. So I redrew our lovely sheet for the day that we use for everything. I like drawing this every time. It's kind of like a prep ritual in the journal. It's kind of fun to look through like the different versions of the tower I have drawn over the year. Over 2 years I think we've been doing this now. 1 year? 2 years? Something like that? Might be a year. I think we're actually hitting a year in January. I'd have to look. So last time was light of day, because that's what our goal was, to get back to light of day. And we didn't make it out. So there's that. Since we didn't make it out. Oh, I didn't realize this was on. Hold on here. Let me turn this off. Since we didn't make it out, it's been a little wild. We played one living wall session, and we unfortunately had one person die in our living wall, and then two go down and almost die, but the place they were going to made it to them in time to save them. One of the party members was one round away from eating it. Like, if they didn't get there by him at the end of that initiative pass, they would have been toast. So it was gruff. It was real gruff, everyone. Like, an unnatural amount of gruff. So I won't talk about all the stuff they did, because I think there's some things that happened that they want to keep secret. I'm just saying they probably want to keep a few of those things secret. They don't want to shout them from the rooftops. You know what I'm saying? Let me do this here. So I'll put it on random. There we go. But, teach their own. Teach their own. We'll see what happens. So, how's everybody else out here in the space? Are we ready to let's see what's audience saying? Oh, I see two of the people played yesterday here. Start a war? So violent. It's true. I mean, who knows what happened at those 2 days of partying? Look, you guys went home. You teleported home. I don't know if the group is I guess to the two people who are here, because the other one died. Are you gonna tell them you delivered the scroll? That's the real question I need before we start today. Did you say the scroll was delivered from the Baron? It was cursed pink dice, dude. Yeah, I mean, they're fucking monsters. I'm not gonna lie to you. They're monsters. They were fucking shit up. Or when Creed was using his, Nick was using his, it was great for him. They did wonderful. They did great. Let's get all my D20s in this box. I'm putting all my dice out in front of my keyboard here so I can just grab them as I'm running the game. Ain't no party like a Memnon party. Depends on what Memnon wanted. I mean, I think you probably know what Memnon would have wanted. I think you know. I think it's really simple. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. There's more that'll come with that, but that's a short version. I haven't had a chance to write up all the other ones. Yeah, those pink dice saved us until they dropped the 3 and the 1. It's true. It's true. They did. They did a good job. The soup you get. These are all these 2 people who were in the game last night that are on screen. Oh, coffee. You were much needed today, my friend. Well, while they're deciding that, we got a little housekeeping to do here. Let's go over to the work table. Let's get ourselves set up to do a little adventuring today. Let's go over to this. All right, that's where we completed our mission successfully. Okay. I'll make that note in both notes. So this is last time's, right? This is our notes from last time and kind of how it went. Okay. So we passed through everything. We did pretty well. We made pretty good experience. You know, I just realized my jackass didn't open up our character sheets. Hold on here. I totally forgot to do this. Can't really do much if I don't have Yule open. I'm about ready to start printing them, I think, instead of using this, because I'm getting a little annoyed with using PDF readers right now with memory leaks and everything else under the fucking sun. Chrome has got a memory leak right now as well. Fucking annoying. Know what I'm saying? Nothing good about it. There's nothing good about it. People can't figure the shit out. All right, we don't need the book. I had the book here. I had the book here. I'm not gonna open the book. And then I just need our 2 buddies, our 2 companions. We need Sophix and Yule. Where you at, little buddies? Where you at? I'm scrolling through right now trying to find them for us. I'm scrolling through. Here, I'll take this off. You can see the hunting that has begun. I'm trying my damnedest to find them in here. There's a lot. There they are. November 20th. This is all just between November 20th and today. That's how often I'm in this fucking program and why my hate for it is so real. Right? Well, yeah, I got the secrets here. So let's move them to the front of the pack. So I think that's probably the most pertinent. No. Adobe, choking away. Let's just let it choke for a little bit. I've never seen a more unstable program. It's so bad. It's so bad. Never seen a more unstable program in the history of programs. Yeah, I'll bitch about it every fucking time. I'm going to make an emoji that is a fucking Adobe emoji. Like, I really think it's going to be a necessary evil for my Discord at this point. It's just too much. Too fucking much, man. All right, so I know we need Volume 1. I also have my Volume 1 in physical form as well. So we got that, right? I just want to make these so they're all scrollable. I do need the audience to roll me a D4 for Sophix and then a D4 for Yule for the starter breacher points. We got to figure out how they're gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure they're good. Also, can I just point out when I'm doing the page display stuff, the fact that I have to go to view to check 2 different things every time is easily the most annoying thing on the face of the planet. I should be able to click all the options in there up until the time that I'm done and not have to open it and go in, go to view, go to page display, hit single view, then go to the hamburger, go to view, go to page display, go to enable scroll. I should not have to do that. I should be able to just click both of them. This is stupid. Stupid. So we got this. We got our Solodark. The two main things that we use outside of our core rulebook. This is kind of like the get up for what we're doing, right? That's our get up. So we have all this over here, so we can use them as needed. So I might close the breacher one if Adobe starts being a bitch. Yule, unlucky again, I see. So let's switch to this one. Suffix, I believe, if memory serves, doesn't suffix get an extra breacher point. So let's check out her stuff really quick. I believe Suffix gets an extra BP. We are both level 3 now. We're 14 experience in. Ambitious, hit points. Yeah, melee right here. Eye of a god is upon you. So what is Suffix starting with? We got, looks like serving hands. Roll the first one at a 2. So she's got a 3. Oh, that's the wrong pencil. This is the tiny pencil. I like this bolder one to make our life easier. This is 3, right? And then, what do we get for Yule? A 1. God, dude, Yule is struggling. Struggling. Like, literally having the hardest time, everybody. This is an old type. This pencil feels off compared to, like, the stuff that we're doing. So, hold on a minute here, everybody. Let's get the right pencil out. I know it sounds so nerdy. Hold on here. Is it in here? Glue stick. It's on that one. Hold on here. Where's my fat boy? Is it in this one? This is my travel one for my small bag. I don't think I put it in here. I don't think this is the living spot for it. Look how much fits in this, by the way. That's all in there. Nope. Nope. What's in here? This is one of my favorite, like, pen rolls. This little small one I got recently. Because in the inside it flips open and it's got storage here. Big fan of this thing. I thought this was in here though. That means that my little boy, a little fat boy of brass and fun, it's missing. It is missing. He's not down here. I don't see him down here. I don't see him here. It's not in that. Uh-oh. Well, I'll have to find him later then. Yes, for now. I don't want to use that one because it has a really weird writing. I guess we'll go to my old Blackwing. Then we get an eraser at least, right? This is a drafting pencil. I don't know where my big one is. I got this like solid brass hunk. Can't patch, D4 rolls. It's not how patching works. Can't reroll anything. That's not how the rerolls work. That would be what I would call as a broken. You can reroll anything in the game. Huh. I really don't know where this went. It required a lot of pens over the years, of pencils, but he's missing. That's sad. He's one of my favorites. I must have put him in a bag or something. He might be in my backpack, actually, now I'm thinking about it, but whatever, it's fine. So 3 and 1. What's up, Kyle? 3 and 1. What was the name of this episode? Does anyone remember? Let's put this at the top. Incomplete Vengeance. Right? Is that what it was? Incomplete Vengeance? Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Yeah, that's what it was. So we're marked. So, one is all we need. We have a bard. I know. Fucking bards, dude. We found out the power of bards yesterday. So, with that said, we are at the wall. We need to discuss the approach and what is going on, how we want to handle this as a duo. So, I'm going to write a couple little notes here for us. We know that we are approaching the rampart to a group of they were Donval bestials that have set camp. Blocking the highway. Blocking, return home. All right. I know from our game yesterday that there are 150 bestials. That's what we currently know. All right. That is what we know. 150 bestials. I don't know how well you guys can see that on screen, but I can always zoom in a little bit too here. Give us a little bit of... pull this down a little bit. There you go. These are my to-dos for the day. From Tuesday on to Thursdays. So I think the best thing we can do is we're going to have to figure out the style of game we're playing today. If we are stuck, you know what I mean? Like if we are going to be stuck here or not. And I think that the best way to start this is to do what we do for Breachers. So I'm going to bring up our Breacher stuff. All right. We're going to go over to the Breacher Volume 1. Scroll down. I'm going to zoom this in a little bit. And we're going to go to here. And I think we're going to go to our table. I don't know secret-wise. We might need a secret. I'm not positive. We are currently level 3. We already are carrying a secret back from the other one. We found out that... What was the secret in this one? Oh, we found a maintenance shaft in the secret coming through the wall and out for our journey. I think our secret for this is going to be actually not a wall secret. It's going to be from the clan. I think that makes the most sense. So let me get out our new pen we've been using. That's not new. I've had it for a while, but it's big old fucking honker. You guys can see this. Actually, here, let's do it here. This big old, made of marble, skeletal pen. So we're going to mark down. We're going to do our secret. And we just know that the secret is going to come into play. This is doing the pen thing again. You son of a bitch. There we go. We're going to use the secret here. And I think this one we'll find out. So now we just need to roll our other stuff. We need to roll our... We scroll up. We need to roll these. So I can get 2d4 in chat to determine if we're dealing with medieval. I mean, I kind of think this just makes sense. Maybe we just pick medieval for politics, war, honor, and power. I think this might just be something we pick. You know what I mean? So let's just get 1d4. 1d4 for the other half. And I'm going to roll this. So we need a d10 for this. Well, since this is Sophix, we'll bring out her die. Let me grab my bouncer. All right. Let's just figure out what this is while you guys are rolling a d4. So we got a 6. Okay. A 6. A once familiar path is now a dead end. When did it change? Fuck. 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 God damn it. Are you serious? That is the... So, apropos, a once familiar path is now a dead end. We're not getting into Everpeak. We're not getting into Everpeak. It's not happening. I think they're sealing the gate. That's my guess. That's my guess. What'd you get for yours? You got a 2. So let's scroll back up here. Actually, I think I can just do that. A 2 is grunge. All right. So we're doing grunge. You got a 10. Start 2d6 plus 2 days into the wall. You're already on the job. It has gone sideways. Okay. Fuck. So we'll do this a little moment. 1d6 plus 2. I'm just gonna write fuck here. Fuck. That sucks. Do you know how bad that is? Think about this for a minute, everybody. That means that we got back home. Long journey out in the wall. We get back. There's a bunch of people here in the way, right? Like a bunch of bestials. We kind of weave our way. I'm imagining, like, I think this is where we start the game. I think we've done our pre-stuff. I think we start here. All right. Let me make a timer mark here. This is where we're going to start this. I think this only makes sense. We're in a studio mode. This was kind of like the pre-piece, right? The pre-piece. So we have to do it this way. I already know what I'm doing. I love these little like setup pieces, like before, like kind of getting everything together, getting everything that we want. And now here we are. So let me add the new one, episode 16. I'm going to do this. We're still going to be interacting as audience and whatnot. I'll leave this live feed up, but I want to be able to trim from this section out and put this up as its own piece. I think that's the game plan. So just want to make sure I have our episode piece on as well. All right, cool. All right, making sure it's good. So we're going to do the Crimson Wall one. We're going to start it here, and we're going to start our journey here, everybody. Are you ready? So let me put a timestamp in the upper right-hand corner. What are we at? We are at 41:21. 27. All right, 3, 2. There we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, everybody. We did a little pre-show stuff. If you want to watch that, you can go find the live show. The live chat is still here. We're going to be working on this together to get through episode 16 of Co-op Dark. I think that's the official title now, right? That's the official title. This is currently Incomplete Vengeance. We had a Living Wall episode yesterday. That is where the audience plays with me, but we actually play. They play characters. It's a private game. You know, it's up to 5 people. You can find more about that over on my Discord if you click the little blue door and you're interested in playing as well. And we had a death yesterday. We had a lot of worship to a god that I won't say too much. If you watch the live show, you can see a little bit of what that was earlier. But I wanted to start this so we can clip it and put it out for the actual adventure. We did a little pre-work. As we're walking back through to get to our rampart, to get back into Everpeak after this long journey we've been on. Like, look, if you've missed previous episodes, let me just show you where we are. Like, this is our map. Sofix and them started here, came through 2 days. So 1, 3, 4, 5. We got in a fight here and camped. 6. Slid down here on the river 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This was 14 coming up. Got into here. 15 we camped. 16 we fled out of here. We found a path back. So it's 15, 16, 17, 18 days we have been in the wall trying to get ourselves home. 18 fucking days. So this is an 18-day journey. And then we hit the gate. You're at the gate. Home. We did a little pre-rolling with there's a sound of a bunch of people on the main highway back into Everpeak. And there are just tents after tents, and the whole like highway out is crowded. And it kind of funnels down to the one huge gate of Titan's Rampart. And we kind of work our way through this as we're finding out Survivor Camp, making our way back into Everpeak. There are just families, warriors, everyone is here. The question is, does either one of our 2 heroes speak Thanian? Because most of them are speaking Thanian. No, but Sofix does speak Waller. So she has a chance to maybe speak to some of them in Waller. She can find somebody. And then our halfling, Yule, our halfling cartographer, speaks Common, Halfling, Waller, and Primordial. So I think between the 2 of them, they're like, look, we need to find out what is going on. Stick together. Eyesight. Don't leave it. Yule, I got you. I won't. Let's go around and see what we can find out. So I think we're going to make a rumor roll. We've not done a rumor roll in this game yet. So I have some rumors off to the side here for my Living Wall thing. I'm not going to put on screen because I want the rest of my group that's out here watching right now and the other people who play in it to find out what this stuff is. But we will do the rolls public. So, with the beginning of the Song of War, that was the last one that we played, we had a whole bunch of stuff happen. And overall, they did well. No one died, right? I just realized I had the music on. No one died. But it wasn't great. It wasn't great. They got in a lot of fights. I got in one fight, almost had people die. One did end up dying. It was gruff. So I think we're going through gathering information from this group that has ran from the Nettles, is what we're going to find out, all the way back to the wall to try to get out because it's the only exit. I think the thing that makes sense is there is a pair of breachers leading them back. That's, I think, what makes the most sense to me. Because there's no way... They may have had some scouts that go out here, but somebody had to lead them back. You know what I mean? So I have something fun that I want to do that's going to tie all the way back to one of our during our like actual play, our live play that we have. And I'm going to tie one of the Astralane Breachers that got picked off by our group. Or so they thought. Because I think that is the most apropos thing that we could do. I think someone has led them back. That was one of the other groups. And I think it's going to probably be the Lancer that led them back, that they jumped. So let me get the art for the Lancer. I'm going to put it on the map for us so we have it at the gate. Mm-hmm. That is right. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what is correct? So we're going to try to gather rumors. Let's talk about rumors a little bit. We have never done a gathering of a rumor in a game. I'll pull up the actual book. We can take a look through this and see if what we need is in it, if it makes sense, and all that kind of stuff. Actually, you know what? No. I have the actual book here. Let's just do it here. The stuff is laid out pretty damn well, right? It's laid out pretty damn well. So, we're going to go in here, and we're going to talk about rumors. So we go through... We want to gather rumors. Where will we find gathering rumors in here? Rumors. And I know we talk about it. I think it's under 91, I believe, is where it's at. Right? 91. So we have carousing. We're not spending money on carousing. We don't have a lot of money as a group, as a duo. I think we're going to do charisma. I think we're going to do charisma for it. We're going to do charisma and see if we can get any rumors. So our charismas are not horrible. They're decent, right? They're decent. So let's go look at Yule. Yule's got a +2. His background is he was a watcher on the top of the wall. So that's not going to really help during this. Sophix is a 2, and she's a painter. I think Sophix is trying to wind down after this long thing. She feels like her vengeance is over. She gets to calm herself, hang out, breathe a little bit. And her way to decompress is to paint. That's what she does. That's right, that poor Lancer. So we're going to start with her roll. She's the black die. Yule is our yellow die, I think is what we've been using. The duo, right? So we're going to roll. And I think she's going to get advantage because she's going to offer to paint for people. She has a paint kit. So we're going to roll these two for her advantage. They both have +2. I am going to look at our Streamloot cards. You know what? Do we have any good Streamloot cards for this out of the gate? Also, for the live people, if you don't know, keep your Streamloots open. A Santa Claus for streaming flies by, and you can click them for tickets. And there's stuff you can win with tickets. We've actually, Nessie in our group of creeps, she won a fucking Switch. So that you actually can win stuff, everybody. You definitely can win things. So make sure you are checking that, watching it. Buying packs and stuff like that also gets you tickets and helps me get tickets. But more, just make sure you're checking for the free one. It's under subs or under Streamloot cards here for those who are in the live stream. So we have Breacher dice that we can use. We're probably going to need those because we're really low. I think we have Smarter, Powerful. We have Blind Eye. That gives us a bonus on smuggling. I don't think we're smuggling anything. Oh, look at the tree! Yeah, dude. Everyone loves a -10 hit points. That's the best. I think I kind of want to use a flashback card. I'm going to use a flashback card. I'm going to say that she spots a bestial that she has met in one of the runs on the wall. No! She spots what she believes to be the gremlin merchant. And that person passed in one of the games. That gremlin died. But there's a group of these merchants that travel through the wall. And I think that's the person that we see here right now, is the gremlin merchant. So I'm going to use a flashback card to give us that with an advantage. I'm going to lower the DC for her. It's going to be, we don't have their language. It would have been a 9. Not having their language makes it a 12. And then I'll put her still at a 9 because she's using a flashback. Gets it. He gets it as well as, she gets it. He gets it as well as 13 plus 2. So they both get 15. 15, 1 card. Thank you, Star Drew. I think that they are walking through. And they start to talk to the different people, and they're speaking in Waller, and they find a few that are Waller. She sits down and she starts painting one of the bestials that are there, like just to help them out and make sure that they're calm. And she's painting like a father and their teenage kid. That's the plan. As they're painting this stuff and going through, I think we see Yule talking to another one, and I think we see this elven. No, not elven. Sorry, human lancer in black and purple armor. That black and purple armor has a star pattern across the chest piece of it, and it's like a really rich. It's almost like the dark parts of purple here. It's like these dark parts, and that's kind of like the main color of this piece-mailed half plate that they're wearing. And it's like 3 or 4 different sets of armor merged together, seamed with gold, like gold pounded metal rivets to put it all back together. And he would walk up behind, I think, probably her painting. Well, it's nice to see that there is at least another breacher amongst all these people starving. She would be painting. I don't think she breaks stride. I think she has the sword, her big ass sword wrapped, and it's kind of up between, kind of resting on her chest. And, oh, you're getting some lag, huh? Uh-oh. A pause. A pause. I see it too. KPS is down. Shouldn't be. Ooh. Let's see if it spikes back up. I'll give it a minute here, everybody. I'm going to mark when to cut. Around 54. Cut at 54. Cut at 54. Yeah, I see that too. KBS is dipped hard. I see it. We're just waiting for it to balance itself back out. It happens. More than I want, but it happens. Is it balanced back out for you guys? So I have it paused on my side. Let me move this to the max. Come on. Balance something. Dude, it's at like... Oh, we're in yellow. We're in yellow now. All right, we're green. We're golden. We're golden grams, everybody. We're golden grams. What was that? What did I go back out to? 5610. So anyway, back to what I was saying. She has the sword leaning against her chest. And she's painting as this human lancer in this purple astral looking like star armor over top. I'm not recording. I'm just going to clip it from YouTube. So she's holding it against her and she's painting everything. And it comes up behind and she says, oh, another breacher. Everpeak not letting people in. What's going on? When she turns and looks at this person who is not from here, the question comes down to, has she ever heard even of what the other districts are? I'm going to guess no. I'm going to put disadvantage on this for her. I don't think it makes sense for her to know what this is, right? It doesn't make sense. So we're going to put disadvantage. This is intelligence for Sophics. Intelligence is 1. I'm going to use a smarter card from Serving Hands. That gives us a plus, I think it's a +1, right? +1 to our roll, either casting or intelligence. I'm gonna say the DC for this is probably 15. It's not a district that anyone has been to, but Everpeak has had an Astrolaner there, which is another district on the other side of the wall, somewhere, you know, within the barrier realms. I think that I think a 15 seems low, actually. I think an 18 is honestly right. So right now she's got a +2. Chancellor's not gonna know who this guy is. No chance at all. Man, she would have made it if we didn't have disadvantage. She looks at him, sees the armor, doesn't even realize the breacher action. I'll recant that statement. She goes, great armor. Where'd you get it? Because she has no idea what this guy is. No idea. Great armor. Where'd you get it? From my breacher guild. Mask why the door is closed, the gate. Shouldn't be allowing people in the wall to starve and die. Oh. Yeah, I don't know either. We're coming back from an 18-day soldier. I have no idea why these people are sitting out here. I'm sorry. Look, to be honest with you, the symbol you have on you, I have some questions that probably shouldn't be done in front of other people when you're finished painting. If you wouldn't mind having a private conversation with myself, I would greatly appreciate that. Yeah, I'll be done in a little bit. And I think she finishes painting. I think he stands behind and watches. I think Yule, being a watcher, Yule is pretty wise. He's got a 3. Watcher would give us advantage. I think he is paying attention. I don't think any rolls required, but he's watching them. Because Watchers stand at the top of the walls and look down and in. I think he's paying attention to him. And I think he's going to mark that person as a target on his map. So he pulls up his little gauntlet that's got like the 2 scroll wheels on the back of it. And he scrolls it up to where they are on the gate, and he marks it with his ink pen, his pen and ink that's like on the side, and there's like a little potted quill, and he pokes it in. Or no, it's a chalkboard, that's right. He has his chalk, and he chalks it for that guy and marks him, giving us the ability to track him on the hex map if he runs from us. Yule's smart. I think Yule is the one who's gathering information and finds out stuff from the people. Can the audience roll me a D6 for information to see what we learn walking around this place? Like, what information is to be had? That would be awesome. And we'll see what you get. While they're rolling that, Yule is talking to 2 bestials, warrior types carrying spears, and the other one has a pack of javelins. No bow. They're low on food. Being Yule and as kind as he is, we found some rations at the last camp, but we are down to 1, and I think he's going to split his last ration with these 2. And he's going to ask him about food, what's going on, is there anyone here? As the marvelous mollusk is next to him, and he's kind of leaning against this huge snail. He's got the compartment on the side into the shell open, and he pulls out one of the last rations and splits it between them. A 1 is rolled for that, so our rumor is 1. I'm going to mark that. The people in Waller, he finds 2 bestials that speak Waller. And they say, we traveled this way. We were in a fight in the Nettles, our home. It's a rough hewn, we believe, washed out by waterfalls. It is built on spines over top of this bowl-like structure. And we made our homes there. We've been on the wall. We have an entire city. And we know that our city is lost. We were attacked by these odd abominations. They have long chain-like appendages, a large would be brain on top of them, and beaks out of these metal housings. They look like a magical monstrosity. They've been snatching our people up into the dark, high above the nettles, and dropping it down on buildings, collapsing areas, even broke one of the spines off into the ravine below. We lost many. Some refused to leave. This group of us journeyed. We were 250 strong on the journey home, or journey to here. But we lost many. Because when we left the Nettle, we encountered much resistance at the Rook nearby. They were kind to us, but they would not let us stay there because there's too many of us. We went around your Rook, your statured area with the Bastion of Light, and we were attacked by an overwhelming amount of undead skeletons and this large creature that was touching people and turning their body parts to stone and shattering it from them. We fled. The only place we could run is here. There's a breacher over there in star armor. I believe that's what he said it is. Stars. I've never seen them inside the wall. He told us to come this way, that there's a gate and that there maybe we could get passage out. His breacher guild would allow us to leave. Yule goes, what do you mean his breacher guild? He says, I don't know. He says he's from a place called Astrolane. And they believe in the stars and the power of the stars. Oh. So, a different breacher? That gentleman? Yes, different. Oh, thank you very much. Here, just keep the ration. Is anyone selling rations around here so that we could purchase some possibly? That is the first. This is going to be the first major roll for us. First major roll. I don't like this. So, I'm going to pull open this book. This is a free PDF, by the way, you can get if you don't have it. It's the rules for running in Solodark. We have now learned, we rolled 1 for rumors over here, right? And we have learned of the bestials fleeing. And we have learned about the undead army, but we've learned about the Grixlin, which is a new monster. And then we've learned about the undead. And we learned about the Nettles, which is apparently a city inside the wall. All news to Silphix and Yule, right? So here, we're going to go to interpreting with the Oracle. This is probably the most commonly used page on here. And I think that the question I have to the Oracle right now has got to be, does Yule know about the Astrolaners? I think that's the question at hand. We're going to have disadvantage. We're going to spend another stronger card. Right? I think we have to spend a stronger card. Our smarter card. Smarter. So let's see if we have another smarter card in our group. Ooh. We've been burning through the smarter cards. Shit. Now we got one down here. We got one from Crete. We're going to spend the smarter card to give me a +1. Yule currently, he is pretty intelligent. He has a +2, I think is what we said earlier. 3, so we're at +4. But we're at disadvantage. Him hearing about still going to be, I would say it would be an 18, but I think his Watcher as a background standing at the top of the wall makes it a 15. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think I'm going to spend a purple card. I'm going to spend a Breacher die from Kyle. And we're going to immediately roll that Breacher die. Okay? So we're 9 strong. So we're at 13. We need a 2 or higher on this. 3. His eyes light up. He looks across at them. He's like, thank you very much. Food? Up at the front near the door. They've been putting some food through for us there. That's probably your best chance. Oh, I didn't know the door opened that way. Well, thank you. And Yule will walk over to Silphix painting, and he'll kind of like lean into frame, and she'll be painting. I think the scene, like, she starts to paint the outline of Yule's head, and it's like, Yule, what are you doing? We need to talk. You need to finish. We need to talk now. And the other the breacher from Astral Lane kind of sitting behind him watching. And you see the marvelous mollusk kind of pull around next to her. She leans her sword against it. What's wrong, Yule? He walks over. He's like, how much more do you have to do? She's like, well, if everybody would stop interrupting me, I'd be done. All right, I'll let you finish. Say like 30 minutes, 45 minutes pass. She finishes the painting. Well, here you go, you two. Thank you so much. Do you know where we can buy some rations? This is all she was trying to do, is buy rations. Because I looked at Sofix. Sofix also has 0 rations from this walk back. He had 1 stowed away inside of our marvelous mollusk. Yeah, the front has some. I have 1 I could split with you for painting it. Oh, I would love that if I could take that half and split it between me and Yule. Well, just take it. So she hands it to Yule. Yule says he had half the other one, so she breaks it with him. And they eat part of a ration. They're not even full for the day. They're still hungry, but it takes the edge off. He said, if you don't mind, I'd like to talk. He's like, well, there's really no private area to go. What would you like to do? We could go to the back, or we can go to the front. I personally would like to get in. But I think you should hear what I know before we go in. Oh, sure. Yule's like, I don't really like this situation. Let's take the mollusk over to the wall, and we'll discuss there. And they kind of slither that thing over, and they kind of use it as a barrier between a tent and that to make some privacy between all of them. She has her sword, but she's not too worried. He has a huge lance. The top of it is a round ball with a spike on it instead of being a blade. And at the back, at the handle, it's got a fanned piece. All those muscles need nutrition, yes. So they begin to talk. And I think this dude is he open? Like, that's the question. Oracle, is this guy pretty open about what's going on? Or is he secretive? I don't think this is a disadvantage. I think this is just a regular check. Probably with advantage, because he wants information. And he's an Astrolaner. I'm going to roll here. You know what? I'll let the audience roll as we're talking. Audience, give me 2d20. 2d20. We are looking for... Is he honest in talking? We want 11 or higher. We have advantage. So 2d20 is what we're looking for. I'll let you guys roll. I'll give the information they're interested in talking about. He would share what happened to the wall. He would share his journey, that he's been trapped in here for 4 months. That he just found the gate after finding the journal of one of his deceased companions in the bottom of a ravine. Thanks to the merchant over there, and he points to a gremlin. The gremlin waves and starts making his way over to them. They're kind of like a way to cut our scene. And he's like, fuck. I didn't mean to wave him over. He says, we came here through Astral Lane. We were trying to blaze a new highway between Astral Lane and another district, learning that there is more than one district. We lost a bunch of our breachers to the wall, to a group of gargoyles, a flock that attacked us, shoving 10 of our best off the wall, killing most of them. Only the mage survived. 10 and a 4. Okay, so with the advantage, 10 is not an 11. It is with a twist. We have a twist, everybody. You can see it here. We got it with a twist. Oh boy. I know what this twist is. For anyone who watched our first season of Breachers, you fucking know what it is too. It says, I believe that a group of your the Breachers right now are acting as Astrolaners. They have taken our armor. I don't know if they're Breachers that did it or if they're Wallers. My guess would be people inside the wall did this. They slaughtered most of my group. Our small scout tracked them. They made it into the gate with them somehow. I have not seen them. I am the only survivor from Astrolane, as far as I know, that came in to blaze the highway. I know the path between your door, your gate, and mine. I'm the only person who knows it. Yule kind of looks to Sofix and nods a little bit. Sofix says, well, I think the thing we need to do is get you in and talk to our keymaster, right? If nothing, this information should at least get us in. He's like, well, here's the bad news. Your district has locked the wall. What? They've locked it. They're not letting anyone in. They're pushing food through a crack in the wall that they have carved out. And they are feeding rations through to the people that are in here. But everyone at the front is fighting over it. There is a group of breachers at the front of this line of people near your gate that are holding them off. They have built a rampart that is there. And my understanding, it is locked to all coming back, including breachers. Yule goes, that can't be right. They've never locked the wall. That's not a feasible thing. They can't be locking the wall against us. There's no way. They have to let us in. The rumors passing around is they are not. Yule looks at Sofix. Sofix is like, well, there's only one way to find this the fuck out. We have to go. We have to go up there. Sir, what is your name? He's like, I'm not giving my name to anyone, as the rest of my people were dead. Me giving you my name is the last thing that I want. I don't want my identity possibly stolen as well. And he kind of taps his chest. And he's like, we all have this armor. And if you've seen this armor inside of your district, you took it from us. You know the code, right? And then Sofix pulls out a breacher guild manual and says, yeah, of course, it's in the front. And she goes through and reads it off to the breacher in front of them. I don't think I've ever done this on our show on what the rules of being a breacher is. I don't think we've ever discussed this live. Maybe in episode 1, but it's been so long at this point. I think now is the right time, right? I think that makes the most sense. So let me grab our guild rules, and the front of it, emblazoned on the inside cover, it says, anything brought back that isn't part of the mission goes to the guild, and we get paid in breacher coin. Never bring anything living back to the district or guild hall unless it is a lost breacher. Never leave a dead breacher behind. If they die, drag them. If they burn, sweep them up. If they blow up, gather them up. This is the code, an edict of a breacher. And he pulls out a manual as well, but it's got stars drawn on it, like a constellation. And he flips open the front and shows it. It's exactly the same. Well, I guess guilds are the same everywhere. He says, yes, we all find and follow the same edict. Do we tell him we found a lost breacher and bring him out? It's our best bet, Yule says. Sofix is like, I think that's the plan. As that's happening, the gremlin is coming over. The group has already got the Marvelous Mollusk moving. It runs over, climbs over on top of Marvin. Isn't that what we named our mollusk? Or Milton. Climbs over top of Milton. Say, hey, man, how you all doing? My uncle told me that you guys are really good at buying things in the trade. And I look up to him like, your uncle? He's like, yeah. My uncle was traveling with you for a while as a torchbearer. He was. I don't think it was us. Oh, well, some of the breachers. Anyway, so do you want to trade? Do you have rations? Of course. And he opens. I think it's unlikely this motherfucker has any rations left. I think it's unlikely. We're going to go to the Oracle. We're going to roll with the Oracle. Disadvantage. Does he have rations? We need 11 or higher on disadvantage. No. What? Nah, I'm all out. Well, then we go to the front lines. Oh, I've been trying to get there all day. Mind if I ride this? Sure, little one, you can ride, Sofix says. And Sofix is kind about it. Gremlin sits on top, rides along, going through his stuff. He kind of unpacks on top of it and makes a seat of stuff. And they travel their way through. They get through everybody all the way up the front. People are making space for them. I mean, she is what did we say? She's like 6'7", 6'6", and she's like 6'6". She's got an 18 strength. She's carrying a gigantic fucking greatsword, and they're making it to the gate. And then you got Yule, who's traveling in front. He's got his gauntlet out. I think he's carrying a ink blade, and then you have a man with a huge pole arm behind as they make their way through the group. No one fights it. They ask questions. They see the mullis. The mullis kind of helps blaze the trail. It's eating scraps and refuse off the ground, and they get up to this rampart that has been built. Not a rampart, a barricade. Look, this barricade is not small, everybody. This is kind of the gate going back to it almost, but actually we have a picture of the gate. I think there's a picture of the gate in here. I think it's down here, if I remember correctly. Let's look. Where's our gate? I think it's in the description of Everpeak. As they're getting back towards the gate. Where are you at? There it is. That's the outside looking in of the gate into the Sally port for Riftbreaker Gate. So, as they are making their way in up to it, there's just this huge barricade of like spikes, weapons. I think there's probably a recess back with crossbows on it. There are 6 breachers there. There is some of the Baron's guards that are dressed in like full plate mail, pristinely transmuted, clean, no Mars, no marks, bearing the colors of the lavender and blues that they wear. And they're kind of guarding everything. Sorry, he was indeed a goblin. Sliz, the goblin, you're right, Sliz. This is a gremlin, though. He calls him Uncle. He calls that goblin Uncle. It was Sliz, though. Great call. Great note checking. I think they get there. They're immediately halted by someone at the front. Crossbows aimed at the 3 of them. Milton kind of behind them, guarding off. People are like all over in front. They've pushed them back enough times. There's dead bodies there that have been pulled away. There's blood all over the front of this wall from people trying to raid this barricade. And it kind of goes up and it's transmuted across, and there's a slot about this big. They've basically made a fake wall forward that covers it all. And what they're doing is opening the gates behind them, bringing food in, and pushing it out through this fake wall that they've made. This dead end. Because when we rolled our adventure today, everybody, we rolled for medieval. A once familiar path is now dead end. When did it change? Well, it changed because of the fucking war that is about to start. It changed because of the war. The gate is open. You can see it through the slots. There's a crack that's open. Sophix leans down to look in, and someone puts a spear out. Back up. She goes, whoa, hold on a minute, man. Breacher holds out the guild book, holds out her shield, holds out her stone carved ticket for going in the wall. Look, Breacher, part of it. Doesn't matter. No one's allowed in right now. Currently, we are at war. And we are not letting anyone in. Nobody? No one is allowed in. Yule goes, hold on a minute. Like, grabs it as a halfling and looks up and is like, a spear comes out. He's like, well, stop. We found a breacher that we need to bring in. No. That is the rule. You're going to have to wait till we reopen the wall. When is that? Like a day or two? We've had that happen. We don't know. You don't know. We do not know. Hold on a minute. And he like turns around and looks at him and goes, I marked, like we had 2 options. We can wait it out. He's like, or I marked a spot that has a teleportation rune that we could use to get back. And unfortunately, takes us back near that fucking Hydra. What? Yeah. It takes us near the Hydra. The only other one I know of that's in the wall is far south. And that area we would have to go through. And then we would have to see if that fort is still intact. And there's a teleportation and an old temple. Those are the only two spots I know. The gremlin leans over and looks down and goes, I know a spot. You know how to get into the district? Oh, yeah. How? I'm not allowed to say, but yeah, there's a way. You can teleport back. You know, the magic that you guys do. If you want. Yeah, we want. It's not far from here. What is it going to cost us, little one? Oh, I go with you. No, we can't bring anyone out. That's not how it goes. I'm not showing you then. Can you give us a minute? Yeah, sure. And he goes back to doing what he's doing. The three of them talk, and I'm going to ask the audience this. We don't have a way in through the gate. We don't have a way unless we wait. Or we go all the way to where the Hydra was and risk that. And it takes an hour to ramp up a teleportation device to use the magics to go back out of the wall. And that's the one he has marked and knows how to use it. Or we risk fighting through the undead army. You know, and this probably makes more sense if I do this for you. Personally. Or we risk... This is, by the way, the other breacher. Some good old artwork from... It almost looks like Final Fantasy Tactics, right? Oops, didn't mean to do that. Or we go from, because we are currently here, we either go this way, back down here, all the way to the Hydra. Or sorry, this way, down the shaft to the Hydra. Or we go down the highway made, hit the first rook, resupply, go through here, make our way down through here, through this, around and up to the Nettles, and around the Nettles. The Nettles is a large map. But the problem is, all of this is undead right now. All of this stretch. All the way to Ridden Mine, which is letter C here. Or we go to this place close that he is talking about, and we use the teleportation and we take this gremlin back with us. Gremlins, he would be the only gremlin in Everpeak. The only one that's known. So I'm going to put a poll up in here for the audience right now. I want to know which option we're taking. I know my vote. Which option do we fight the Hydra? Risk the Hydra. Risk the Hydra home to go home. Which option home? That's why we put home. Do we risk undead army or not? By the way, we are not fucking priests. Or bring the gremlin home. Bring the gremlin home. Those are our three options. Should be a poll up for the live audience right now. My vote would be to try to sneak past the undead army. To make the wall give us food and sneak by. That would be what I would vote. And sneak by the undead and make our way down. Or we get a bunch of food, we bring this new breacher with us, and we fight that fucking Hydra. Because this breacher is a Lancer. He's a level 3, I think 3 Lancer, maybe 4. I'll have to look at the notes. And we bring him with us to fight this thing and take it out. It's not a bad option. It really isn't a bad option. So I have the vote up for you guys. I'm only going to let it run for a few minutes here. A few minutes to see how this goes. I think that that's our three only options. Or we can wait, I guess. I guess the third option would be wait. I didn't put it on there. I just don't think we have the time to wait. We don't know when this is going to reopen. We need to get back into Everpeak and find out what the fuck is going on. And we have a lot of information to bring back that they may not know. And these guards are not helping us or doing anything. They're doing nothing. Nothing. 0 fucking things. 0 fucking things. What are we at here on the vote? Ooh, we got 100% for bringing the gremlin home. I'll give you guys a few more minutes to vote. A few more minutes to vote. I don't think that it's going to be a bad idea. Anyone watching, go vote. The vote is up right now. Whoever's live, obviously people watching this afterwards can't do that. I don't like the idea of doing this. So as a Lancer, I want to look through our options here as how could this work out? So our Lancer, he used to have a mount. He doesn't anymore. I know he is. Let me find my notes. Ooh, he's a level 4. Ooh, we found a level 4. Level 4. Astrolane. Lancer. I think the only thing that makes sense while they're voting is we roll a few things for him. Looking at our acrobat. This is our Lancer. Let me shrink this down just a touch so it's not cut off for you guys. I just realized that it was. We'll do this. I'm going to roll his talents. He's human too, so he gets an extra starting talent. I'm curious on what these talents are going to be for him. So I'm going to roll some talents here. And we have reroll talents that I'm actually happy to use for this guy too. So let's bring up the face cam. It's 2d6 here, everybody. Let's get our Zagmar dice, which is the other Lancer that works with our guild. Where's our d6 blue? Ooh, am I missing my d6 blue? There it is. All right. So our first talent. 4, 5, 6, 7. Our other first level talent. An 8. And then we're going to get one at 2. Or wait, 3. We get one at 3. 6, 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. Let's see if we like those or we need to reroll. So 7 and 8 is a bonus to hit in melee. And 9 is jumping, strike becomes double near. We're keeping 9. Jumping strike, double near. I like that a lot. That's huge. That's a 60-foot fucking Lancer jump. I dig that. Do I want this twice? I kind of want to re-roll one of these. I think we take one to re-roll because I wouldn't want to start with a stat bonus and this. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to do that. I have 2 failing products right now. I have Spectrum. No, it's not just you, Nick. It's Spectrum and Adobe. The 2 failures. The 2 failures. Huh? Adobe. Adobe. And Spectrum. If you have Spectrum cable, you understand. You understand. You know what they are. Last time it took about a minute and a half to write itself. Our KBS is very low. Boom, green. Now we're fine again. Golden grams. We're good. All right, so what I was saying, what is this at? 132.26. 132.26. All right, done. So we roll our first one. What I was saying before our little lag jump, gotta love the internet, is I think I want to re-roll this one. I think we're going to re-roll that one for this character. We're going to take one of them, but this 8 we're going to re-roll. I'm going to spend a Kyle card for a Breacher talent re-roll, and we're going to re-roll this Breacher talent. Five, 6, 7, 8. Fuck. Guess it's destined. I want to spend it. Do we spend another talent reroll? We have... How many talent rerolls do we have? How many talent rerolls do we have here? We have 3 more. I kind of want some for Yule. I'm going to spend one more. I'm going to risk it. gonna spend one from serving hands because she's got there's a dusty old one that we can brush off. We're gonna do this again. 3. 3. Okay, that's different. That's different. Ooh. Gain advantage your strength roll for stabbing wall. Yes. 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 Or +1 ranged? All right, we're gonna replace this with a 3. And then I think I'm gonna roll his stats. So for those who are part of Discord, if you're not, join. There's a community of people in here, but we have a bunch of breacher stuff. So I'm gonna quickly roll his stats so we know what his stats are. You know what I mean? Because I'm curious. I'm curious. So I'm gonna go into our breacher guild dice rolls. We have a thing for when people are playing Living Wall to roll stats. I think it's one word. I think it's breacher stats. No, that's not it. Is it breachers? Nick was rolling it. Nick, what was it? Was it breacher stats? What was it? I can't remember. I can't remember what it is. I'm about to go into character creation and look. I'm just going to re-roll. I'm going to roll them here. I don't want to roll them all live. No, you can't type them. I won't know what it is. Breacher stats all lower. Oh, okay, Serving. You rolled them. Done. Done. Do we like that? This is a strength. We didn't get a 14. We didn't get a 14. Roll again. Otherwise, we're a roustabout. Which that doesn't make sense because we're a Lancer. Gotcha. Done. Ooh. Okay. Not the best stats. Not the best stats for this person. We're going to have to do a swap one. So we got a strength of 10, a dex of 7, a con of 12, an int of 8, a wisdom of 5, a charisma of 14. Not the best. He is a survivor. I think we swap our charisma and our dex. And we take the +2 to strength. You know what I mean? I think that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to put this up. We're going to do this. No, I'm going to dex. I'm going to swap it with dex. Well, we could do just a melee Lancer. I'm actually thinking he does some range shit as well, maybe? I don't know. So I'm just going to do this. We're going to do S, D, C, W, I, Z for that Riz baby. We're going to definitely swap this. I think this is going to become a 7. Yeah, I'm taking the +2 strength. Yeah. Yeah. I just don't like the 7 dex, dude. That's a minus to our AC. You know what I mean? We are in plate. We are in plate. We can wear all armor. I think we do that. I think you're right. I think you're right. I think we're going to do... I'm going to do the charisma. I'm going to do the swap. We're going to do 14. We're going to make this a 10. We're going to keep that 7. We're going to do the con of 12. The wisdom of 5. He's not wise. Jesus Christ. Int of 8. All right. So that's our bonus. So I think now looking at that, at this first one here for 7, we're going to take the +2 to strength. Right? And then the 3, I think we're going to take the advantage on stabbing wall. And I have a separate backgrounds for Astrolaners because I've been working on them in the background. I'm gonna roll it, but I'm not gonna show you the Astrolaners because that's coming out in a new book. I just got a 20. I just got a 20. Everybody. Background. 20. He is divine. That's what it... He is divine. That is his background. The divine background is awesome. Sharpening my pencil. Nice little all metal one from... This is from Blackwing, actually. So, everybody... That will take us... Let me just ink this. Then we're going to get back into this here. So they know. We did a +2 to our strength. I love that Blackwing has a fucking eraser on the back that's replaceable. They never last that long. I always pull all the erasers out afterwards and use them for stuff, but you never know. So this is 16. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like all of this stuff. And then I will roll his Breacher talents. Breacher 2 and Breacher 4. All right, let's go into here really quick and we'll roll these just because we have an idea of what we're dealing with to role play this. Like, this is part of making solo games. You are making your character and you're making NPCs up on the fly. And that's part of the fun of doing the solo stuff. You're learning the rules. You're learning how things go. He used to have a mount. Unfortunately, he doesn't anymore. I think that looking at these, I think he's going to have... He is carrying a... I think he's carrying the Girasume because that is two-handed slashing piercing. No, his is blunt. He's got a halberd. And his halberd's the pole one. So he's got a halberd. So I'm going to mark that. A halberd. And it's like, the way it's shaped is kind of like this. At the end, it's a ball. Right? With a spike. And then it's got some like tiny spikes around it, but really minor. Just like little tiny ones. But it's got the big one on the end. And then he's got a shield here for his hand that comes out, like so. And then it comes down, and it's got a counterweight on the back end of it. So he's got this weird, almost like Morning Star-ish fucking halberd. And I think on the sides here are flared blades. Like that. So when he's swinging, he's still got a little bit of that cut action if he needs it, right? So... We're definitely giving him that. Does that come with anything? It comes with two-handed, 2 slots, and B. Grants advantage on breaking down doors. Oh, that's perfect. So this is a breaker. For busting doors. Perfect. All right. So. I like that. That's really good. It's really good. So... We know he's got that. I think the only thing I want to do is I want to move past this stuff and I want to do a Breacher talents for him. I'm going to let the audience roll. Audience, can you give me your... I think it's D20s. Can you give me 2 D20? As I find our talents. And then I have a couple to get replaced with things I know. I haven't finished this yet, but from people from Astrolane. I have a whole new set of Breacher talents that will be Astrolane Breacher stuff. Because I'm making another district right now, and I'm finishing it up. I have Verdantia almost done, and now I'm doing the Astrolanes. It's going to be the next 2 that come out in a book. While you guys are rolling these D20s, let's check the vote. It looks like we're taking the Gremlin home. So we're going to bring the gremlin. We're breaking the rules. We're going to break the rules. All right, we vote. The vote. We voted. Vote. We're bringing the gremlin home. Bring gremlin home. So we voted. We got a 5 and we got a 17. Man, this dude is a true survivor. A true survivor. Okay, so our 5 right here. Can we see this on here? Let me take this off. Done. So a 5. So we are a travel baron. Well, a travel baron knows us. Is that the gremlin? Who knows? Travel baron. You heard of a shortcut during an unexplored journey. During unexplored journey. Cool. And then the other one was, what was it? So that was our 5. The next one is a 17. 17. Whisper in the wall. This makes sense for him, everybody. Whisper in the wall. Question the unknown. Anytime you encounter something new, GM will answer one question. GM, answer one question per new thing. That makes total sense how an astrolaner from a totally different district made it through the wall. And how apropos for a group of people who believe in the constellations is that? How awesome is that? It's like the most perfect random roll for this character, everybody. All right, now we know what this person is. So I'm going to end our poll here. All our votes are in. It looks like we're ending it. It's bring the fucking gremlin, everybody. Let's bring the gremlin. So, I think that, I think Sofix goes, all right, Yule, this is very simple, my friend. It's very simple. We are going to have to convince them to give us food. We'll fill our packs. We'll fill Milton. And we will go back into the wall with torches and rations. How much space do you have left, my friend? I mean, I don't know. I carry like 3 rations on me right now. I have 2 torches left. Backpack, flint, steel, spikes, grappling hook. You know, the normal things. All right. What about you? She goes, oh. I got room. I could probably carry 12 rations on us or some extra torches. Oh yeah. I forgot how strong you are. But we have Milton. So for people who don't know, Milton's dope. Milton has 10 external storage slots and 10 internal storage slots. Right now, we have a Ring of Featherfall, which now I believe Yule is wearing it. Right? Yule is wearing the ring. He's got the Featherfall on. Ring of Featherfall. So I'm going to add that to him. Let me pull this back up. Ring of Featherfall. Okay. He's got a Ring of Featherfall on. I don't think rings take a slot. I'll have to double check that. That's something I don't know. I've not handed any out before. But I'm going to erase this then from the front of our Milton sheet, because you can see we got the Milton sheet here, right? A little sticky note. He travels everywhere. So we're going to replace this. Take it off. He does have A half a torch still, a holy symbol, 2 torches, and I don't know what that is. What does that say? A hoop? I don't know what that is. Oh, I think it's the treasure. I think that's why you take notes, everybody. I think he's got the treasure from crossing that. Yeah, it's a treasure piece to sell. He's got the holy symbol of Ramlot. That's what that is. Oh, he's got half a plate mail. That's what it is. He's got half a plate. He's got the plate mail that we can rebuild. That's what it is. So we can load him up. Milton's going to have to get a full character sheet. I'm good. I am working on travel sheets. That's a very good thing. I'm working on a Milton sheet. I'm looking at Marvelous Mollusk sheets. Those are going to be part of the pack that comes out, where it's going to have all the accessibility pieces and all that kind of stuff, so you can like run this stuff really quick. So let's talk how much we want. How far is this place, Gremlin? Oh, well, got a map? He holds up the map on his gauntlet. He's like, yes, I have a map, little one. Okay, so here's the deal. If we go back this way, it's not far off. The side passage that goes here. There's a secret stash that's here in a road. But my family and my uncle, he found a path that breaks out from here. It's about a 5-day travel. And then we have to climb down a shaft into, we believe it to be some part of the wall that was used for moving large goods from bottom to top. What? Yeah. And it lifts you all the way up into the sky. Into the sky? Yep, all the way up to the wall. You realize the top of the wall, Yule says, is covered in a flock of gargoyles. Of course. So as we're going up, we gotta hit the ledge just before the very top. And there's an exit that goes out, and we can make it out from there. It actually joins right up next to one of your taller buildings. Seriously? Oh, yeah. How in the shit are we supposed to do this? The Lancer looks at him and goes, this sounds like a normal day. What? He's like, you want me to basically fly? Yeah. I can handle that. Right, what about the rest of us? We can't handle that. She goes, I'm not a flyer, man. He's like, oh, that's fine. We do it all the time. We use it to traverse up and down the wall. But it only operates certain times. We don't understand how it turns on. It just does. Yule goes, well, I could probably handle getting it on. So you're saying how many days? 1, 2 for big folk. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I would say. 8 days, roughly. 8 days. 8 days. Yeah. So let's say 10. In case shit goes south. Sure. 10 days. That sounds fine. You're getting me food too, right? I mean, you're taking us. All right, well then, 10 days. Well, Milton feeds himself. It's 3 of us. We need 30 rations. Yep. Sure do. 30. Yep. Well, Yule, 30 rations, 15 torches. All right, man, I'll try. He walks back up and starts making his way to the front of the wall. Hey, guys. No one's allowed in. Yeah, we've been through this, Yule says. We've been through this. Look, you see Milton over there? Our mollusk? We need to fill this bitch. If you're not letting us in, we're going to get the fuck out of here and make the way home. Right? So how much do you want? I see. You still have to provide for us. You just can't let us in. That is correct. All right. Load it. What? Load it. We need, let's see here. Now, I'm going to mark this. He's like, I need 4. Right? Is it 4 per or 3? I need 3. Sopix over there. She needs, let's see here. Let's say she wants, I'll say 6. And then she wants an additional 2 torches as well, putting us at 6. That's a pretty good amount. Load us up to bear, right? Sounds great. So, and then our buddy back there, how many can you carry, my friend? He's like, oh, I can't give it to him. He's a breacher. You will fucking do it. You will yells at the guy. You will do it. You're sending us back into the wall. You will fucking do this. He's like, I don't have time for this shit. You're sending a cartographer back in with vital information. You are failures at your job. So he looks around. He goes, okay. We'll load him up. He's like, I'll do 4 torches. Give me 9 rations. I don't really have much on me since I was robbed. Remember, his charisma now we know is a 10. So it's not horrible, but it's not great. And then Milton there, we'll take torch, 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 ration, 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 ration. We'll take 2, 4, 6 torches and 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 rations. You know what? Fuck you. Make that 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21 rations, please. What? Yeah, 20. You know what? That's not enough, actually. 21, 25, 27, 29, 29, 31 rations, please. How far is your journey? Don't question me. I'm going to make a roll. He's trying to get food for the rest of the people out here suffering. As much as he can to, like, help them, and we'll take only what we need. He's going to try to get us 30-something rations right now. That's what he's going to do. Because I think that is the kind of person Yule is. He's mad that he can't do his job right now. He is so pissed off about this. So we're going to use his ability to manipulate. He is going to use his Waller stuff. I want to look at Yule here to see anything he can use. And he says I need a map for this area, and I need you to go to the guild. I need you to mark the teleportation circle for me. He points on the map. Mark this. Do not fuck it up. So he's really pushing them. I think this is an 18. He's being pushy, dude. He's being really pushy to the district, but he feels fucked. I'm going to say that they are fortified and not supposed to do anything. That's an 18. We have a advantage from Yule and the other two helping. He's got a charisma of 2. I think we're going to end up spending a breacher die here, but we'll see. Ooh. So we have a 14. 14. I think we're going to do a... Listen Close card to give us a bonus on the... No, not Listen Close. That's not it. I'm going to use... Is it Smuggler? No, not Smuggler. Oh, we don't have anything I can use for this charisma roll. Fuck. I guess Breacher Point. We're going to Breacher Point this. We're currently at a 14. We need a 4. If not, we'll spend a Breacher Point and re-roll. Yule's like, all that inside this right now. I want all that inside here right now. And they are gone for a couple hours. They come back. They bring out everything. I think we're going to hand out 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 rations to people that have been helping us. And then we're going to pass out 4 torches as well because we filled up. And that'll give us 3 slots of torches as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slots of rations in our mollusk. So it looks like this. We got rid of all of these, got rid of the torches we put there, and then we fill up these, and immediately turns around in front of them and starts fucking handing them out with the Grixlin. Now, the reason I do that is I would like us to spend money and do a carousing roll right now to close the show out with all of the Rodonival bestials that are here. And I think that we did this by using rations. I think that's going to give us a +2 to what we're doing. I think that makes a lot of sense. I'm going to throw this up here. We're going to start our experience chart here, everybody. XP. Right? And yesterday... 117, everybody. 117 if you're a GM. As we were discussing yesterday. Burn it into your memory. Burn it into your memory. This is the most important page in the goddamn book. So let me move some stuff around so I got the book in front of me. I need to put this... fuck it, sit here. We're going to do that. So, everyone, XP time. XP time. I think XP, where we're getting it from right now, would have to be... We have golden gems. We didn't get any golden gems. Oath secrets. We did find secrets. We found out there's another wall. I think that's a pretty big thing. I don't think it's normal. I think it's a fabulous level. We're going to get 3 for another district. I also think we're going to get 1 for learning about the Undead Army, because we didn't know. And then 1 for the Nettles, knowing that the Nettles exists, because he gets to mark it on his map, which he did not know, because he doesn't get to go into the guild to level up what he's doing right now, right? I think him feeding everybody and giving the food out to everyone, I think that's a pretty meaningful thing to do. He's saving 150 people, at least splitting food up between them to kind of survive the ones that are starving, to give them another day or 2. I think that's a fabulous thing. I think that's a 3. I think giving food out. Right? I think that's a good idea. We didn't get any bags, we didn't get any gems, we didn't get any treasure. We did get a companion. Clever thinking award of 1. I think we did some clever thinking during this. I'm just going to write... I can fit it down here. Clever thinking. Now, that takes us to doing whatever we can and pulling up our... I think we're going to use the one inside the book, because the other one's inside Everpeak, and that won't make sense. So we're going to use the one inside of the core rule book. So I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to do some rolling here. Let me close out the Cartographer. We don't need that right now. I'm going to close out the Berserker right now. We're going to pull open Acrobat here for you all. Hi, Yassi! We were just talking about you winning a Switch, girl. The little things flying by to earn tickets right now. Well, has been in Streamloots. So we're going to open, we're going to go to Recents. Like this. And then we're going to pull open the core rulebook. I didn't think we were going to have to, but we are. Open, bitch. And we're going to do this. Let me get rid of this so you guys can see this. Is it lit? It's lit. And then we're going to, not that way. Not that way. I'm going to do page display. Hey, everybody, we're using Adobe Acrobat, and it's a pain in the ass. Yay. We're going to go to here, and we're going to do enable scroll. All right. I highly recommend their giveaways. Dude, Streamloots give shit away, man. Streamloots give shit away. They do. So, we're going to go to carousing. We're going to scroll down here. I'm going to zoom this in a little bit for us all. We're going to go down to carousing for Yule. I didn't think this would be the way we were going to carouse. I thought we were going to make it into the wall, but because of us rolling medieval war and that this was closed and we can't get in, and that's due to the living wall people playing and the information they brought back, like, look, we're fucked. So we got to do it this way. So let's look at the carousing rules. All right, so we're rolling a d8 and we're spending money. What's the cost on a ration? What does ration cost? I was curious. Our savior. Where's gear? Let's look at this really quick. I'm pulling it open in here so I can have two things open at once. Gear is on... Okay, I have it marked. Perfect. Gear's pretty early. So a ration of 3 cost 5 silver. So we did 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So we did like 10 gold worth and torches with it.
Get an axe.
10 gold worth. I think that we might actually need to open one more thing. I didn't think I was going to have to do this today. We're going to have to open Curse Scroll 6. I didn't think I was going to get to use this today. We're going to open Curse Scroll 6. We're going to go to the page display and do all the fucking fun, dumb shit that we have to do because we're using Adobe. I apologize, everybody. Shit. Right, scrolling. And view. Page display. And single page. All right. In here, in Curse Scroll 6, they added some really cool shit. Where's our table of contents here? Here we are. We have some extra stuff for getting carousing. So this is the carousing table, new bonuses. This is inside here, but I think this is probably what we're going to use. And this has mishaps and benefits for carousing. And it has benefit details and mishap details. And I think this is pretty good because we have like a internment, not internment camp. We have a survivor camp set up out front of the gates. So I think we're going to use this instead for it because I think it makes the most sense. But what I wanted to look at is past all the mishaps, there is rules on factions and earning rep with factions. And the run Dunval is going to be important. It's going to be a good group within our organization of stuff that we can deal with, like people that we can talk to and do stuff with. So I thought in here, it's not in downtime. Is it in downtime? Raising stuff? Where's the renown? That's what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for renown. Because they added renown. Here it is. It's way early. I'm a fucking dumbass. So your PCs start out being a charisma modifier and renown. He's got a 2 or less. Doesn't mean anything, right? I think right now doing this, we're going to get renown with the Dunval. Ro Dunval. So Ro, Don, Vol, renown. Because I think we're working these people. We're doing our best to help them. Like I think this is one of those times where this will make sense, right? I think this is like the kind of ultimate. When do you use renown? I think this is a good example of it. So we're gaining renown, and I think we gain it. We are currently PCs gain a point of renown each time the following occurs. We are level 3. That means that currently we have 2. We have 5. 4 to 7, we get a +1 renown bonus on carousing event rolls. Regular folk view you favorable. People of high status ignore you, especially in upscale places. And I think we're going to have a +1 with them afterwards. So right now we get a +1 renown bonus to rolling, and we're going to have 2 if we ever come back and deal with them again. And we're spreading food around. I think that's going to give us 1. So that means we have +2 on this roll, right? So let's go to the carousing table. We are carousing. +2. It's a night that we're spending with them. I'll say a full day. A full day of celebration. I need the audience to roll me a D8. A D8. And this is going to determine, we're going to be adding 2 to this roll. This is going to determine where we are in this. One D8. This is important. We've never done this before. So this is our vote. I'm going to kind of put a line here. Where's my... As I'm just like fucking knocking things over, everybody. I just want a straight edge. That's all I'm doing. I'm just getting a straight edge out. Done. 1d8, baby. 2. That's a 4. I am going to use a carousing. How many carousings do we have here? This is important. I think this is like an epic moment for our characters. You know what I mean? We have cards. We have Streamloot cards. I think we're going to... An 8 seems low. Looking at this table. So that's a 4. Wait, is that what you rolled? A 2? 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. That means we get a mishap and a benefit. If we push it to 5, we get 1.
Hold your savior!
Push to 5, we get 1. We can use equal to our level. I think we're going to use 3. We're going to use 3. That's Kyle and 2 from serving hands. So that's 3. So now we're at 5. So 5, 6, 7. We're at a 7. So we have a mishap. A mishap. Benefit, no penalty modifier. We get 4 XP. Carousing XP, 4. All right. Now we got to roll our mishap, and our benefit is we're parting this people, passing.
Hold your savior!
We can only spend 3. So we get 1 benefit, 1 mishap, no penalty on the percentile roll. So our benefit. So we need percentiles twice, audience, to close our show out today. I need a D100 once and a D100 again. We're going to start with our benefit, and then we're going to do our mishap. So give me our D100 rolls, audience. Let's see what we can get out of this. Now that we're not struggling and there isn't fucking slowdown in the show. You fucking piece of shit. All right, we got 8. Ooh, look at that fiery 85 for our benefit. That's a good roll. That's a good roll. We're going to scroll down to 85 on benefits here. We're 4 tables deep. 85. A legendary tailor. Look at this, everyone. Benefit, 85. Benefit, 85. And mishap. Our mishap is a 26. All right. A legendary tailor gifts you an 800 GP outfit and +2 renown. Wow. I'm going to draw a line to here. 800 GP outfit as we're partying. Because remember, these people come from a city. These are all the people who came from the Nettles. +2 for now. I think it's only with that group, though. I think it's with the Rondun. Rondunval. I think it's with them. I don't think it's with everybody else. That's awesome. That's awesome. So, and then we get +2 as well. So that puts us at a 3 by the end with the Rondunval. No, it's not +2 armor. Renown is our ability to carouse with these people. Now we get our mishap. Our mishap was a what? A 26. Prophet saw bad omen. Roll next mishap at disadvantage. That's bad. This is our benefit. Our mishap. We roll mishap with disadd. This could happen with a scroll. This could happen and a bunch of stuff. It could happen if we roll mishap here. Oof. One mishap at disadvantage. All right, everyone. We party with these people. We figure out what's going on. Our group does everything they can to make sure the Rundunval are comfortable, that they can survive, that they are able to make it here for another day. We pack up our gear. We convince this gentleman to come with us. And we make our way out. Away through the group as everyone's kind of patting us on the back, cheering, talking to us, eating rations. I think, you know, you hand out a couple rations on the way out for the scene as we make our way out, feeding the people back into the wall. And we start making our way through. And he's like, no. Come down to here. We're going to take that one day out. We don't want to see us walk this way. We need to walk through everybody else, and we're going to cut up this way when no one's looking. And we're going to start making our way this way. And that's where we're going to close today's adventure. The only thing that this little guy says, he's like, well, so here's the deal. We are going to pass a city on the way. If you're interested, Natsokar is on the way. It's a city of beggars. A lot of us come from there. Our gremlin kind and our goblins that are here all come from Natsokar. So if you want, we could stop by there on the way. The three other people look at each other. Milton eating fucking Crimson Moldal on the way. Like, look, if we need to resupply, Natsokar wouldn't be a bad idea. The city of beggars is probably more friendly than other people. And the words of Jim Bob yesterday, quoting someone else, if you want to be helped, go to the poor, because they're the only people who help everyone. So we're going to make our way to the city and then on our way to the lift to try to get ourselves back into Everpeak with a new breacher. A breacher that survived the onslaught from the first season of Breachers that we did. Our live play with Adam, Diana, and Slitlid with guest stars throughout it. If you haven't watched that, I recommend go watching it to catch up. But those motherfuckers are in for it now. In for it now. That's it for the live part of this and the recording. I'm going to mark the time. I'm going to talk to the audience afterwards. But if you watched this already and you enjoyed this, if this is the clipped one that you're watching right now, look, comment down below. Do you play solo games? If so, what rule additions do you add while you're playing solo games? For me, the story determines everything. If I don't like a role and I think it's going to break the story too much that I have in my head, this is my story. I change it. For the rest of you, comment down below, what do you do? What is your house rules when you're running these games? Is there any books that you use? I have Nave at my side. It never leaves. You can go watch my last video, which is probably right here, talking about my top 10 picks for 2025, the things that I use every time. Of course, you can subscribe as well. And that is it for me here today on Breachers Live. I hope you guys enjoyed our co-op play, and I'll see you guys all next week when we're back and ready to play our Space Trucker Monday night. See you guys then. Stay fucking rotten.